Sometimes grown-ups ignore us, our views get ignored, our thoughts dismissed, just because we are young and they think we know less about the world. I think that everyone should all be teachers of peace. We live in a violent world and society mostly think we can't truly get it. This is where we come in. I have appointed some of our generation to speak out. Let our voices be heard. We may be small, but we have some big ideas. So sit back, relax, and let's think about some peace of mind.
Adult voices raised in the home, voices loud in the street, booming from radios and TVs, eventually echoed on billboards and TV screens. The new news from outside the playground. Sometimes the world is not a circle of friends holding hands. The veil of innocence removed, child standing in full view of a fragile world of humanity. Two small hands grasping for hope, for unity, and worldwide friendship. Wishing for a playground where no one is hurt or alone. The world playing in peace. A child's dream.
I see a choice, love or fear. What do you choose?
They could spread peace in any kind of form. They could spread it through their emotions, through an act, a song. They could go around preaching the word of peace.
I would have a conference with all the world's leaders, all the kings, the queens, the presidents, the prime ministers, and all the old presidents and prime ministers, where everybody had to be kind and they weren't allowed to argue.
I would spread the idea of peace to the world by making adverts and getting young people involved before they grow up.
Everyone watches TV, so peace commercials.
I would use newspapers, TV, internet and social networking to spread peace, but I think the greatest way to spread peace is by actions, showing and not telling.
To encourage communities to work together by putting up posters, arranging street parties and concerts, so everybody understood each other.
I would send out lots of buses and things and I'd put it on adverts and big screens.
You could have people going around to different countries and talking about their country. Or you could have a museum put up about peace, which you have to visit once in your life, which has all the religions and it says how similar they actually are. Well, I would spread peace to the world by trying to understand people's differences, because that's usually what defeats peace, and if I'm a good example to other people, I think they'd try to be more like me.
Normal people making the big decisions, not just rich people.
There would be more money for happy things, and so then you wouldn't have to spend money for guns and army.
We would have more products and more ideas, because we would have more things to use to get ideas out of. Well, society would shape much differently. I would think there would be different jobs and people would be different, and they wouldn't be as many, they wouldn't need as many police forces.
We would be safer and fairer, and parents would quit yelling at their kids too. The currency we would use is points. Whenever we did something even slightly helpful, we would earn a point. So if you were looking for a job, it wouldn't matter about earning money to feed your family and stop you getting evicted if you're a good person.
I think we should have Gandhi money, so we remembered that we shouldn't buy stuff and 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 stuff.
That money wouldn't matter if we had peace, because everybody would be giving and selfless to the people who are struggling and suffering.
I think this would work really well if all the prices in everyday things went down, so everybody had the chance to have a normal lifestyle.
Our currency would be please and thank you. There could be somewhere where you sat in a booth like when you confess your sins and you wouldn't see each other, but the person on the other side could help you understand why you're afraid of it and help you overcome it.
You could deal with fear by somebody going to a different country like once in their lifetime. But, because normally fear is caused by not understanding other people. So if somebody goes to another country, then you could get to know them, which means you would understand them more.
Well, I wouldn't punish them because they could be threatening people because of something that's been happening in their life.
You can make them work in an elderly home or a pet shop so that they would learn how to care for other people.
Like, say they needed people to do the cooking for an event or something, they could help do that, because I think every person has a specific skill which they can use. And for example, say they were good at cooking, they could use that skill, but they could still be in a controlled environment that could help them.
They would be put in a peace prison, and where they would learn about peace all day long.
Anyone who is bad has to be sent to my grandma. In a peaceful society, there would be lots of different jobs, I suppose, and the government could give them a job that they need to be done, but it still incorporates what the other person likes.
You would work together on projects maybe, but you could work a few days and then they would work the rest of the week instead of you working the whole week.
Well, if a person today wanted to spread peace, they could do something extravagant to get people's attention.
The way to spread peace is to have a new law, to hug the person next to you every day at 3 o'clock.
To encourage family and friends to work together, help the environment and spread the words of peace to others. To spread peace, somebody could write in the back of each country's Holy Bible a page which shares the knowledge of peace, so other people would know about peace and what it's like, because most people don't really understand the word peace.
We bring countries together by letting them be the same, because some people say poor or rich countries. We could bring countries together by sending people to go and study other countries and find the good in them and report back to their country so that more people will visit and they would have to be friendly.
Well, there would be no boundaries and everybody was welcome everywhere, and there'd be a big party and everybody was welcome.
I would bring countries together by trading, because each country has one main export, and I would treat the people who produce these exports fairly, because that's the right thing to do.
I would bring countries together by sharing things with them, like art, music, food and sport. But also, I would encourage them to celebrate our differences and learn from each other.
And you wouldn't take anyone down for being black or white.
Everybody would be world people, there would be no countries.
A person that thought there was a problem or a situation that was dealt with without a peaceful way about it, they could go and report it to the peacekeepers.
When someone decided to be deliberately nasty, they would stop them by not having a war, but by taking points away from them.
A peacekeeping army would make sure everybody in their country is safe and happy. They would train to fight, but only put these skills to test when it's the last resort. In their spare time, they would make people better, people with conditions and illnesses, and they would help around the country.
A peacekeeping army would work by the army standing up for what they believe in, which is peace, and they would stop other people oppressing people.
Peacekeeping army would be so big that all the other armies wouldn't stand a chance.
We want a world that is not controlled by greed. We don't want fights in our playground. No one likes a bully. It's not going to be easy to be on the same page. But if we use our creativity and trust each other, we can treat the world as a big bully-free playground. So start listening to your kids. We have voices too, and they're not small, they're big.
We wish for a world where our friends' friendship begins our love lighting, the entire world, a playground uniting. No war, no hatred, no bullying, no fighting. We wish for a world where no one is alone, unloved or frightened. We were all born with light in our sacred hearts to share, to love and to care. Let's all hold our hands and our hearts to the light.
No, I choose